Thanks to Supercell for sponsoring today's video. What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another video. In today's video special, it's a shout out to Supercell for sponsoring us for one of the biggest, well-known, long-lasting mobile games out there, Clash of Clans. I'm sure you guys have heard about it, played it, tried it out, and maybe you're still playing right now. But if you're not, click the link in the description below to go ahead and give it a try. You can play along with me in this video, and maybe you learn a thing or two to get ready for their new mode, which is why they're sponsoring us. Clan Capital mode is going to be great, where you can battle it out against other clans, but we can't get to that step yet. That's going to be a step down the road. You got to get strong. You got to get ready for that type of mode. That's like an in-game type of thing. So today we're going to be looking, I know you've already been eyeballing it. You've been looking at my town here. You've been looking at my village and how amazing it looks. What? Oh, all right, it's not the most well-built up village, but hey, I'm starting from the beginning here, and I want to show you guys exactly how the game works, and you know, how it's going to flow, and how to build up your troops, how to PvP, all that good stuff, to make sure you guys build up the best village you can for the new mode, okay? So, first off, we're going to go ahead and look over here, and this is going to be the resource mode of the game. There's going to be two types of resources. There is your purple, elixir that you're going to use, and that's going to be used to build up troops, sometimes to upgrade different buildings. So you go ahead and collect that, and that's slowly built over time when you build up these resources. So at the beginning of the game, I just built and upgraded as many times as I could these buildings, and as you can see, I've upgraded this elixir collector to level 5, and as you upgrade your village, your town, your clan, you're going to be able to get more and more of these. I think I can actually build another one, but not quite there yet. I think it's over here building right now. And you want to build these up and level them up, so the more resources you have, you know, the more you can do, the more you can build, and things cost a lot as you continue to go on. There's also gold, like I talked about. This is going to be used to go into the shop, buy some of your buildings, lay them down, upgrade some of your buildings, as well as your main building here. It's going to be a useful resource as well. So if you guys are just starting out in the game, I think this is a sound strategy, is to build up and put all your resources in the same, like, you know, your resource buildings in the same area. I think that's a pretty good strategy. And then you want to upgrade these to the best of your ability, because getting those started off and getting those upgraded is really going to shoot you in the right direction of being able to, you know, upgrade, because you need resources to upgrade, you need resources to build. So the best thing to invest in early is that. Moving on over, we do have our actual, you know, our little clan here, our little village, and we need to make sure that it's built up to be protected, because people are going to come clash with us and try to take us down. So you can see I built a little fence. There are defenses you can buy in the shop. We go to the shop, we go to defenses. There's a ton of them that you get, and you slowly unlock them as your town hall gets leveled up. So we go ahead and look here. I do have my archer tower set over here. I have a fence kind of built in around it, and your goal is to protect your town hall, because you don't want them to take down your town hall or they win. So you want to protect that to the best of your ability. So I have some cannons, I have some mortars set up, and you're going to see when we get into the PvP, you want to build to protect your town hall to the best of your ability. And I haven't really gotten that great yet. You know, I'm slowly building up, but again, I've been putting all my resources early on into the resource buildings so that I can, you know, kind of like, it slowly goes up, ramps up my resources and my production that I can, okay? And then moving on, obviously, you're going to need some troops to be able to fight with, right? You're going to need some troops to be able to get in there and do some battle with. So if we take a look, we do have the barracks, and the barracks, as you level it up, you can build different troops and you can use them. If we go ahead and go to train troops, you can see that I've unlocked 5 of the troops, but there's a ton of different troops you can get. You can click on, you can even upgrade these troops. We'll look at each one individually, but eventually you'll upgrade, you'll unlock the laboratory. And if you look at the laboratory, you can use your elixir to even upgrade these troops to be stronger, the specific types. So that's something to look forward to as you move on through the game. Moving on over, we're checking out our barracks. I have a level 4 and I have a level 5. I haven't completely gotten 2 level 5s yet. Things are slowly working here in my little village. So the first troop that you guys can build is going to be the it's like the bare bones minimum barbarian. He's the guy that just runs in there. You kind of just send a bunch of them in. They're close range melee attacks. They're not the most tanky. They don't do the most damage, but you can build them in mass. So you can just build a bunch of them and run them in, you know what I mean? Just throw them at the enemy and at their buildings. Next up, you're going to have access to the archer. The archer is long range, so you kind of want to put them in the back. You lay your units down, and you'll see what I'm talking about when we get there. And the archer is able to hit long range. So as you can see here in my little village, you can see that I have some cannons and stuff like that. So a general strategy might be you throw a bunch of those barbarians down, and then you lay the archers behind, and the barbarians are getting hit by the cannon, but the archers are shooting the cannon, and it allows you to get in, destroy the buildings, for example. That's just something you could do. Next up, we do have the giant, which is just a big old, like, tank guy, right? Like, you could put him on the front line even more than a barbarian. He can take and soak a lot of damage, and he can just go in. He, you know, he doesn't do the most damage, but he is tanky, so you can take those hits while your archers or your bigger damage dealers are behind him. It's kind of like a frontline tank. I've also unlocked the goblin. I think they're really good at doing damage to the buildings and things like that. So they're gonna like throw bombs. They're really good at building, tearing down resource buildings, I do believe. You can see resources damage ×2. So as you attack different you know, towns and villages, stuff like that, you're going to want to tear down everything to get like 3 stars, get the most rewards you can get. And these guys actually do more damage to the resource building, so that's going to be important as you're fighting through. And then last but not least, I have a wall breaker here. They're kind of like units to just run in and blow up, but they do a lot of damage, and they're used to get through walls, like I have built around my my place right here, and they're used more for that. So that's going to be pretty important moving forward. That's not all you can use though when you go into battle. If we go to train troops, we go over to brew spells. I haven't gotten my town hall exactly to level 5 yet. Again, we're starting from the beginning. I know it looks amazing already. We got a lot of work to do. There are different spells that you can have in your arsenal, and some of them will freeze different buildings. So there's a freeze spell you can throw down, and it freezes a building. So if a, you know, building or a cannon or something shooting at you, you can freeze that. There's ones that do damage, all kinds of stuff. There's even troops that can heal you. There's little baby dragons. There's all kinds of cool stuff in this game to get your hands on, and it slowly progresses as you build, so you don't get overwhelmed in the beginning, which is really good. But again, like we talked about, it's about building up, it's about ramping, but it's also about fighting. So now we're going to show off a little bit of the battle here and how it exactly works in Clash of Clans. All right, guys, so if we head over to attack down in the bottom left, there's 3 different styles of PvP, I guess you could do. I haven't unlocked practice yet, as you can see. I got to get my town hall to level 4, and that's what's building right now. But you can do single player where you try to take on the goblins. You get nice rewards from this. We'll try that out here in this video. And there's also multiplayer, where you're actually going to fight against other people's towns and villages and take them down, or at least try to. So if someone would attack me, they would see my structures and my layout, and they'd be trying to burn it to the ground. So first and foremost, let's go with a single player attack. We're going to be going to the Goblin Gauntlet, and we're going to see how this works and how it exactly plays out. So we're looking at the Goblin Gauntlet here. All of my units that I have built, you can see at the bottom, and then I just tap to put them down. I'm looking, I do see a cannon in the top right and the bottom, I guess upper left, as you guys can see. Like if we zoom in right here, there's one there and there's one there. So I have to be worried about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drop one of my big guys here, and then I'm going to go ahead and drop some archers behind. That way, you know, the big guy can tank like I talked about, and the archers can be shooting. I'm kind of going to do the same on the other side, but I want to show you guys the barbarian, like, rush down. If you put a lot of barbarians in, you can see that they're dying a lot faster than my tanky. We're going to throw down a little goblin guy here. They take a lot more damage than my big tanky giant, but you can do a lot more of them. You know what I mean? Like, you can throw them out a lot, and they do a lot of damage because there's a bunch of them, right? And they're kind of expendable. I don't want to tell their families, but that's just how it works. So we're sending them in. This one wasn't too bad. I just had to worry about the 2 cannons, and I'm not going to use all my troops because, again, you'll have to rebuild and redo the troops in the barracks if they die when you use them, stuff like that. And you can see that now I got it perfect, and I took it down nice and easy. And I was a little bit overpowered. I was a little bit strong for that one. I've been building up the troops, and it says troops expended at the bottom. You can see I lost the troops that I used. They're going to be gone, but I can just build them back up in the barracks, no problem. And I got 3,000 gold and 3,000 elixir, which is going to help me build back up those troops or make my you know, resources or buildings, you know, level them up and make them much better. So looking over at this, I think I do need to train. I just got it. Let's see. When you use your troops, this is a big deal. When you have your troops, you do need a place for your troops to hang out, and that's going to be your army camp. You're going to need to level this up so you can have more. I am 56 out of 60 on my total army, so I'm going to head over here to train, and what I would like to do, since I haven't had them yet, let's do a couple of bombers here, dude. Let's see how they work out for us. We'll throw them in there and watch them explode, have some fun with that. So we're going to have them build up, and then we're going to go try some actual, you know, PvP multiplayer and see how that works out for us. Troops are all ready to go. We're going to try this again. You can see I have trophies. The goal of this game is to get as high rank as you can. I'm unranked right now. Again, I'm a newbie, but we're going to try this out. We're going to find a match and see what we get paired up against. Okay, this guy is legit. He has a ton of stuff everywhere. I see an archer tower. I'm trying to look. Ooh, I see a little cannon right there, and I see some walls, some really good stone walls protecting. It seems like a great job. Let's just throw this guy right here, and then I'm gonna throw the bombers out to try to get in there. So the bombers I'm gonna try to get him to blow up the wall. They blew up the wall. It worked out. It got me in. I'm gonna lay my archers down, and then I'm gonna lay some barbarians down. So we did get in, and good. I mean, if I didn't have those bombers, I would have definitely been. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is actually turning out terrible. I need to lay another giant down. And you can't put it in the red area. If you look around here, you can't put it in the red area. I'm going to have to send a lot of this guy to get through. The reason being is he has a mortar here and another cannon on the other side, and that's really taking the life. And my barbarians are, okay, my barbarians are hitting the outside, and so are my archers. And my poor My poor giant is just walking in there getting toasted, dude. So I'm gonna have to send some barbarians in, try to tank it up for my archers, send some more archers in. And I'm really worried about this cannon over here. This cannon right here is really messing with me because I didn't know that it could hit from so far away, dude. Okay. Well, here, we gotta send more in. Oh, let's send some, yeah, dude, I should have sent some goblins in. They could have taken care of the resource buildings a little bit quicker than everybody else. I'm gonna have to expend my entire army on this fight. We're outside fighting a campfire, dude. Okay, okay, we messed up in this fight. We really needed to attack here, where I'm sending that barbarian, and we needed to use another one of the bombers to go through this wall and send another giant with archers here to take care of this. Now, the problem is they were pretty well defended because they had 1, 2, 3, 4 with the archer tower. Defenses bricked in with that wall. I'm gonna go ahead and surrender here because I just don't think there's a way, because if I send my troops in through this wall right here and I go through, they're going to be blowing it up. So it takes a little more strategy. I think I need to make sure I have more giants available and more of the bombers. I threw both bombers out just to try it out, and you can see that the strategy would have been bomber here, put a giant through. Bomber here, put a giant through, and put some archers and barbarians behind him, and then throw the goblins out to take care of those outside resources, because my troops were just attacking the outside resources and getting blown up by the cannon. So that's something I need to look forward to and change. So we're going to try again. Let me build up some troops and we'll try it one more time. All right, guys, I've built up my troops. This time I'm going to try to be a little less clicky and throwing the troops down all at once. I got to redeem myself in the final battle of this video. Let's find a match. Searching for opponent. Okay, this one looks a little easier, but let's not get into it. We have 25 seconds to really look into it. All right, they gave us a pretty easy one here. This is pretty much, I think it's gonna be domination. So I don't even think I see a cannon in the back right. So we'll drop a giant out back here. We'll drop some barbarians. We'll drop one goblin and a couple of archers, and I think that's gonna get the job done here because they're. They went for giving me the guy who was like Fort Knox, just total like entrapped, total good defense, and I know that's early game good defense, to this guy who has like one little baby cannon, and then I'm gonna be able to take this down. So I don't think this will be too bad. It'll just take a little minute. We got 2 minutes, and you want to make sure that you clear everything because you get more rewards if you clear everything. So I might want to drop a few more barbarians over here. Maybe another goblin to help take this stuff down a little bit quicker because you want to finish it in the 2-minute time frame. And as you can see, I'm actually getting some elixir as I battle as well, which is going to help me build more troops when I have to fight harder people in the future. So this guy's kind of like me. He's just getting started, and I'm kind of taking advantage of that. But as long as you get rid of the town hall, it's pretty strong as well. You can see overall damage right now I have 50%. A little bit easier, a little bit, you know, it was okay. And there's excellent. And as soon as I get enough damage, it'll just give me the 3 stars, and we'll get through this fight. Much easier. Wasn't too bad, was it, guys? And I expended those troops, so that's why I didn't want to drop too many down too quickly. But that's going to be Clash of Clans in a nutshell. Again, it gets much more expansive. We look at the shop. There's a ton of different things you're going to be able to build as you move forward. The menus are just so clean. Just a great looking game overall. And you know, there's a lot of fun to be had with it, and in the new mode that I want to invite you guys to join in my next video, where I'm going to have a much bigger, a much stronger field here ready to go and try out that new clan capital mode, show you guys what that's all about, and maybe show you guys more intense battles that hopefully I don't lose. So if you guys like Clash of Clans, you want to try it out, click the link in the description below. Thank you again for sponsoring me, and hopefully you guys stay tuned for the next video where I try out that new mode. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions, or if you guys are playing the game, you have any suggestions for me in my little town here. Subscribe for future content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.